Okay, wow, I just booted this game up, and I already feel like I'm being judged. Even Adrian Peterson is like, really? This game? Madden 25 that came out in 2013, and you picked this game? Well, still, Image. A couple reasons why I picked this over any of the more recent entries. I already own it. It's more responsive than games that come out a decade later. And maybe because of the title, maybe this video will get a little bit more traffic in a couple years' time. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
I've always wanted to do one of these franchise modes, and now I finally have the chance to do one.
So then was the decision to relocate one of these teams. But which one? Oh dear God, no, good Lord, no, we cannot have this. This has to change now. Yep, I made my decision. And with that, we did the entire NFL world a favor and shot Dan Snyder into the sun. Now, I had several options when it came to moving destinations, including Dublin, Sacramento, and Austin, Texas? Well, maybe we could give people in Texas some good football for once. Los Angeles? What kind of teams would leave their faithful fans behind to play in a dump like Los Angeles? Exactly, it doesn't make any sense to me either. Wait, London? London? Very, very interesting. And I can call my team the Black Knights? Pack your bags, kids, we're going across the pond! Now that we have our name, our stadium, and some very cool unis, sadly, everything's not going to be ready until next league year. So, unfortunately, one mediocre year of football later. Alright, well, that was underwhelming. Either way, most of the roster either left with the name change or got lost on the boat ride here. So now I would like to introduce you all to the newly acquired and perfectly legally obtained roster of the London Black Knights. At quarterback is a three-way battle for the starting job between Baratheon Buckler, who is the most mobile of the three QBs, but still needs time to develop as a pocket passer. Caleb Catapult is the second, who has the strongest arm and can definitely make those deep throws. Now, I didn't say he could complete them. I said he could make them. There's a difference. And lastly is Herb Humperdink. Yes, that is his name. And I'm sure his parents loved him very, very much. Either way, he's the most well-rounded of the three QBs, but considering all three of them are a 44 overall, it can't be that good. It'll be a good battle for the starting job. Now at running back, we have two main players to watch for. Speedy Wickets is only 5 foot tall and 160, 70, 80 pounds, I forget. Is blazingly fast, however doesn't really possess football acumen for good jukes and spins, and has the durability of a twig. So durability could be an issue. Backing him up is Ham Hock, 380 pounds of mutton with obvious speed deficiencies. However, definitely will be able to bowl over anyone who tries to bring him down. Definitely watch and wait to see if he goes ham on the defensive front.
She just wants to make things fun! Isn't that what being in a band is supposed to be? Yep.
Introducing up next at the very all-important fullback spot is Ren Akatsu. the brother of the famed Rin Akatsu, who's done pretty much everything. Demon Slayer, professional wrestler, and everything in between. Her brother Ren decided to take up hitting people for a living. We do like our fullbacks in this offense, so he'll definitely be getting some use. At receiver, right now we have Mace Dagger, who could become one of our big names. He's got underwhelming but promising stats, as well as a familiar face on the other side.
King Prince Chambermaid, Baylor University.
Definitely in the market for some depth, though. I will have to look at that. And tight end, we have Jordy Knight, who very well could be a dark horse in this offense, both blocking and as an upfield receiver. And finally, on the offensive side of the ball, I want to introduce you to the tackles and guards of the round table. Arthur, Lance, Uther, and Bellathor. And with their pass and run block powers combined, we're in trouble. Lastly, smack dab in the middle between everyone is Joffrey Martin, who hopefully brings stability and less accidental death to the offensive front. Now we move on to the defensive side of the ball. And we cannot talk about the defense without first talking about this man. From Hawaii, but originating from the Isle of Samoa, that's a big motherfucker. Indeed he is. Good luck to anyone trying to stop him. On the left side of him is a man with great, gifted physical traits, but unfortunately has lived through just one too many plagues. It's Sickly Heifer. Like I said, he's a great player, but may have to look into replacing him if he catches another cough. On the right side of him is Dudley Cartwright. If you think that sounds like a commoner's name, well, you'd be right. Dudley decided one day to stop tilling the fields and start chasing quarterbacks to make a better life for his family. He's quickly becoming one of our fan favorites, and very well could be one of the guys to cheer for in this upcoming season. Now moving on to our linebacking core, just a level above them. Smack dab in the middle is one of our team captains, Mr. Mitchell Mipf. On the left side is Scott McCready, and on the right is Dirk Dragonheart. They lack key play recognition abilities that are required of this position, but they more than make up with it with their physicality, and is certainly going to be a unit that tries to gel together. On the back side, we have two hopeful game changers, and I'm not talking about butt cheeks. Samwise Tolkien has a quick first step, as well as a Sauron-like eye over the field, whose hits can be heard from here all the way to Mordor. And the other safety we have is Pepperoni.
And he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that.
He's lanky with natural athleticism, just needs to hone those play instincts, and he'll be one of the best, not just in the roster, but in the league as well. Now moving on to our cornerback room. We have quite a couple that need to be discussed. We have 3 duking out starting corners. We have the physical but slow Stabby Cabbage, who we'll be using in press coverage, up close and personal. On the other side, we have Stuart Hawk, who will probably be playing a little bit back, as he has good ball instincts, but isn't exactly the massive man you'd want in this position. He could very well get bowled over very, very easily. And finally, we have the man in the middle of both of these extremes is Fez Meister. Great ball instincts, has the speed to keep up with faster targets. He'll definitely be shadowing some of the number 1 guys here we have on this field. Interesting cornerback room. I can't wait to see how these guys develop throughout their careers. And now, only on to our special teams. And they don't get much more special than this. Our special teams, we have John as our kicker, along with the cannon-legged but highly inaccurate and very shankable Richard Ballista doing the punting, and will probably be doing a lot of punting, so he'll develop very, very quickly.
And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to the man responsible for fronting this operation. A very stout, a very noble, some would potentially say a very gluttonous man. This is Sir Cumference, the leader of the London Black Knights. Now, I originally was going to go with a much other Sir joke, but it's a lot less YouTuber friendly, let's say. And as much as I want YouTuber Senpai to notice me, I don't want him to notice me with his band hammer. So that's why that is the way it is. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, in all of his glory and all of his splendor. I think I'm still changing him around here, but he'll be right in just a second.
Either way, guys, this next episode will be the Black Knights' first game in uniform. Who are you guys wanting to see most? Leave a prediction, leave a couple of inspiring words, maybe a couple words of wisdom, and let us know how you think the series is going to go. Until then, until next episode, this is Tygethor, and good night to all of you.